Good evening, Namaskar. Another Wednesday, 7 p.m., and we are with a change maker. And today, it is our proud privilege to host an international personality and after that, national personality, Dr. Sandeep Marwa. And he is the founder and of Noida Film City and Marwa Studios, which is celebrating 3 decades in India. And sir, welcome to our show, Face to Face Show, Mujit. Sir, kindly unmute you.
Yeah, good evening, Soumyajit ji. What a pleasure to see you today.
Yes, yes. Sir, let me formally welcome you. Dr. Sandeep Marwa is a well known international media person with 7 world records to its credit. He is the founder of Noida Film City and Marwa Studios, an Asian Academy of Film Television, now of the 10 best film schools of the world. Dr. Marwa is associated with large number of television programs, feature films, and training films. He is the producer of largest number of short films in the world. He has trained more than 19,000 media professionals hailing from 145 countries of the world. He is the recipient of large number of national and international awards. He has been heading more than 100 national, international media and social media and cultural organizations. He is also the Global Cultural Minister. He is also the president of International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. He is now the chancellor of AAFT University of Media and Arts and has been appointed as the chief scout of India. Sir, once again, welcome to Face Show Mojit Show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm humbled.
And we have prepared one short audiovisual on your journey. It may not be that much appropriate, but it is our humble effort. Kindly play the audiovisual. Sir, it
Thank
is
you.
really difficult. Yes, welcome, sir. It's very difficult and really difficult to trace your journey. It's so big, and we found it difficult, but still we'll try it our best. So my first question, uh,
Ji.
you're celebrating 3 decades journey of Marwa Studios, a pretty long journey with so many ups and downs. How you look back at
Well,
the
I
journey?
think it's a sense of achievement which I'm definitely feeling a lot. I'm thrilled. I'm very excited. I'm charged with new energy, and I'm feeling a lot of gratitude towards each and everyone who has contributed in my journey. I'm indebted to my parents. I'm indebted to my teachers, to my institutions where I have learned. And I am thankful to each and every person, even one single person who has been to my studios or to my institution, even for one day. I think I appreciate their efforts, their blessings, and their good wishes. And that's the reason that I've been able to cover this journey comfortably.
Right. And it was definitely, I mentioned already, it was full of ups and downs. And how was your early life and career? It was not you started with Marwa Studio. I
No, not
want to
at all.
know that journey.
No, it's been 40 years I've been working in media, and the first 10 years were much more difficult because I started my career as a theater artist. Then I started producing plays. Then I joined the activities at Doordarshan, and then that's how I got into the whole rat race of media. I was always in love with this beautiful profession, business, and industry. Then probably I also wanted to be in films myself. But then I realized that very soon, rather, I realized that I can do little bigger than just an acting. And I decided that I must have something more than just acting, because acting is just one discipline of film and television industry. And that's how I decided that we must have a film city in North, because there was one in Mumbai, one in Madras, there was one set up in Calcutta, but there was no setup in New Delhi. So, and I realized that lots and lots of people been actually moving from New Delhi to Mumbai or to other parts of the country just to get into films and television business. So I thought, why not? We can have one here. Let people stay back here. Let people work here, and let's work it out and create something like this. It was actually a too big plan or a project for a small boy from a middle class family. And but then my father has taught me that unless and until you dream big, you can never become big. So you have to dream big. Your ambitions, they have to be very powerful. They have to be much bigger than your own head. And that's what I did. And then I started working for this film city. And with all your blessings, all Almighty's blessing, my parents' blessings, to my good luck, this film city got its clearance from Noida, and then, of course, from Lucknow, the capital of UP, and then no looking back. And suddenly, a unknown boy who was only a theater artist or a television artist suddenly became the founder of Noida Film City.
Certainly. And that's the history.
That's
Marwa
it.
Studio is now, yes,
Yes,
please.
and the best part is that today Noida Film City itself is the fastest growing film city in the world. And this is a 100-acre complex, 75 acres outdoor, 25 acres indoor, 16 studios. And from 16 studios, 350 channels are being broadcast to 162 countries, 24 by 7. There are about 17,000 media professionals who are working in Noida Film City in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. And the cascading effect is that around about 150,000 people, they are earning their bread because of this film city. So I think God has been very kind, and I am so thankful to Almighty for giving me this wonderful opportunity to create something for the nation.
Right. And it's a really, it's the moment everybody must cherish, not only you. As Indian, we are also very proud of your this achievement.
Thank you very much. And
Uh,
I'm happy that in 30 years of time, Marwa Studio itself has churned out around about 4,500 television programs for more than 50 channels. And then we've been associated with something like 125 feature films in 9 languages, and say around about 5,000 training films. And my production company has made around about 3,000 short films. So this is a profile of Marwa Studios. So we've been working almost 2 days in one single day.
right. And we have seen you how you make things simple, how you make unknown people as a friend. You make everything easy in life, and you told that you have to think big. That is your main motto one should have in their life. And right now, I will come back to you with another question in a little bit details. That 30 years with Marwa Studio, and Indian entertainment industry is also growing in positive direction, sometimes in negative direction. And mostly in India, I am focusing on the Hindi film industry. So how Marwa Studio is contributing in the development of this big entertainment industry?
Yeah, see, it's very important to know that when we talk about media and entertainment industry, is not only acting, or it's not only one feature film what you see on a big screen. The fact is that there are many departments. There are too many people who are working. And now, when you talk about Hindi film industry, then you'll be surprised to know that around 600,000 people are actually connected to Hindi film industry. There are 29 organizations which are running today in India, which are only catering to Hindi film industry. No, what my job was to provide such a beautiful infrastructure to the whole setup. Like, for example, after starting my studios, which is a hiring out facility to filmmakers, for film and television makers, then I got into production myself. Then we started International Film and Television Club. The idea of club was to highlight films, television productions, festivals, workshops, seminars, symposium, interaction programs, and create a one-to-one bridge between the local man and the most glamorous industry of the world. And that's how we created International Film and Television Club. We created International Film and Television Research Center, and this research center has been working, assessing, coming with the wonderful results and passing on to the whole industry. The whole industry taking best advantage of this results what research center is providing today. Then we started International Public Broadcasting Forum, and we started a radio station, a television station, and these two stations are their support to the industry. I mean, anyone who has made a film not getting a platform but still want to see his film on screen, I mean, my television station is free for them. I'm ready to provide them the space, the time, whether it's a short film or it's a full feature film. So idea is to give a 360-degree setup. And the biggest contribution, obviously, now is the development and promotion of manpower. And Asian Academy of Film and Television was the first private film school of the country, fourth in the country, and today, with all your blessings, is the first 10 best film schools of the world. And we have trained 19,000 media professionals who were just looking to be in this industry without any contacts, without any godfather, without any big money. And we have trained them so well that they could find their space in this beautiful industry at their chosen field. And I'm happy that they're working here. So when there was a channel invasion way back in 92, 93, everyone were looking for a trained manpower. And that was a time when I jumped in 91 with the institution, and we gave every channel the trained people, and that became probably my another very important contribution to the industry. So we left no stone unturned, whether it's a print, radio, television, cinema, new media, events, music, production. Idea is that we are there for you at any stage, at any angle.
So I think even while you sleep, you dream. Otherwise, it's not possible to have so many things done in this such a speed, fantastic speed.
Well, idea is to work hard, work honestly, love your profession, and
Yes,
and 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 work on the same direction. I mean, I had many proposals. Somebody comes with the iron and steel. Somebody comes with the medical. Somebody comes.
you
I say
never
no,
go there.
no. I say I only know one job. That is
Yes,
media and entertainment, art and
right.
culture.
Yes, and you are very focused. You are very focused on this. And uh, just before our show began, we were discussing about this difficult situation. And one obvious question will come right now that you are connected with entertainment industry and media industry. Uh, so many films got produced could not be released in cinema halls, and the OTT platform is becoming more important. Whether you subscribe to this view?
Definitely. See, the fact is this, that need is the mother of invention. That
Yes,
much I know. And the best part is that when pandemic came in, when all the 10,000 theaters of the country were closed down, there was a massive loss which this industry was occurring every day. This industry has occurred a huge loss because of the closure of theaters, non completion of the films, not starting the new films at all. So whatever were about to be released, I think OTT suddenly came in. There were only 5 channels initially. Today, in all these 1 year, you'll be surprised it has grown to 55 channels. And to suit to everybody's need, and to suit to every kind of a program, and to suit to every kind of a payment. So there are some very important, popular, big international level OTT channels that they are ready to buy films at a good price. So there is a huge breathing, there is a huge sense of satisfaction, especially to the creative people who may not be looking for a big money, but at least they were looking for the release of the film. Because when you make one feature film, it's a sweat and blood of 4,000 people which goes into it. So it's very important for film to be released. And I think OTT came at a rescue. I must say that it was a wonderful platform. People enjoyed all these platforms. Needless to say, kept everyone busy during pandemic. People were so happy with the extraordinary serials, talk shows, uncensored films, and foreign films. I mean, it's like a bhandar. It's like a bombardment of a real good product, and that gave also a sense of competition to the existing filmmakers in India, and they started upgrading their feature films. They started looking at films at a much higher level, looking at the films absolutely at an international level. Now people have realized that this is one platform which is available to the whole world, and your films, your production, they have to be at a very high level. The quality has to be good, no compromise now.
Right. Since you are connected with entertainment, also with the media world, and I cannot stop myself from asking you one question. We are constantly getting ourselves updated in the digital domain with technological innovation also. This is artificial intelligence, blockchain, then data science. And how do you think that media is expanding with these all these challenges? The speed is correct, or we must gear up the speed?
No, no, it's okay. I think it's always better that new inventions and discoveries they should be at a constant pace, because too fast development can ruin, because then you are not aware of the disadvantages of the new discoveries. So I think the pace is absolutely right. You are learning every day. You're understanding the pros and cons. You're understanding the benefits and the drawbacks of the new discoveries and invention, and you can rectify them in the same pace. If they're too fast, then you will be a loser somewhere. That's for sure. Second, it's very important because, see, as I said, need is the mother of invention. I mean, imagine we know each other for so many years. We never bother to talk to each other on a net or on a web or on any of these apps and platforms. But then during pandemic, all these platforms, they just all came into limelight. They were refined, altered, amended, corrected, added, subtracted. Today they have become absolutely ultra modern, easy to assess, and compatible, and I must say they are users friendly. Now this is what is needed. Any media should be users friendly. A very complicated television probably may not be very useful to homemaker. I mean, like women, they need very simple, press the button and they can see the channel of their choice. So beautiful remotes have come, single remotes have come for many equipment and apparatuses. So I think this is very good, but this is not the end, mind you, sir. This is not the end. You will find now media activities, film and television activities growing much in a bigger way, much simpler way, and something extraordinary which you can't even think right now.
Fantastic explanation for us, and we always get motivation from you. And since you are out and out media person as well as entertainment person, and you are the chancellor of one university also. So
Yeah.
I do not know whether I am going to embarrass you by putting this question. Are you happy with the media education curriculum in India? Not in
Oh,
your universities overall.
see, the fact is this, that you have to be very alert and cautious when you are giving a film, television, or media education. And unfortunately, like for example, when I opened my institution in 1993, after that, around about 100 more people started with the film school. And even to my own surprise, probably 80 of them have been already closed down. People
Acha?
don't realize that media film education is one of the most expensive education on earth after aeronautics. And then if you're just making fool of yourself, forget about students. If you're delivering education from a one room setup with no equipment, with no proper faculty, with no productions, with no studio attached to your film school, then probably you are making fool of yourself. It's very important because film courses are something like medical courses where you need to have a hospital attached to a medical school. And in the
Yes,
same manner, for a film school, you need to have a film and television studios attached to it, a film production house attached to it. Then only there is an overall growth of the student, because it's a tough line. It's
yes,
a very moneyed. I mean, don't only look at what you get. Yes, if you're successful, this is the most beautiful line. You earn a lot. This is the most glamorous, fascinating, attractive, and a moneyed line. You get tons of money. But then don't forget, to teach, you also need tons of money. I mean, imagine an infrastructure which is worth crores of rupees, and we are giving education at a peanut course fee. The only drawback in this case in India is that if you are too good, you just cannot charge too good price.
yes. You have to be competitive,
You have to be very reasonable, so that
affordable.
exactly affordable. That's the right word.
Yes, yes, yes.
Many
Uh,
people can take the advantage.
yes. I come back to again celebration of 30 years of Marwa Studio. And I know it will be very difficult to remember the names that who encouraged you by coming to your studio, iconic figures of Indian film industry. But still, I would like to know, our viewers will be really happy to know if you name such personalities who came into your studio and encouraged yours and also made proper value to the addition of the studio.
I mean, then I might have to go to my computer now and open a list, okay, who all visited, because I can comfortably say that the right from
Nobody's
Salman.
left.
Exactly.
Nobody's left.
No one left. Whether it's a Salman Khan or a Vidya Balan or a Shah Rukh Khan or a Akshay Kumar or a Anil Kapoor or I mean, you just name it, they
So
have been.
let us comfortably sum up the entire film industry. Almost none was left who came to your studio and saw the infrastructure.
Sir, I tell you, 27 years back, or let's say 30 years back, I gave one word to English dictionary, and that was film tourism. And
Film
30 years
tourism,
back,
okay?
nobody could understand what is the meaning of film tourism. But
Yes, yes,
today,
yes.
every country is talking about film tourism. Every country. And I'm happy to tell you that I have brought now 2 million people to Noida Film City under film tourism. When I say 20 lakh people, I mean, imagine, you people from all strata of life, not only Indian film industry. I have touched 145 countries of the world, as far as people coming to our studios and to Noida Film City. And
Yes.
students from 120 countries, they've already been enrolled as a part and parcel of AAFT, our education setup. And the best part is that because my every program, every event has a byline which says love, peace, and unity through art and culture. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'm propagating. And I'm happy that I have enrolled all these 2 million people into my kitty, into my family, and they're all talking now the same language. And the best part is now the nutshell that more than 60 governments of the world, through presidents, vice presidents, prime ministers, deputy prime ministers, governors, federal ministers, or union ministers, or member parliaments, and if not, then through their high commissioners and ambassadors, we have been nominated as their cultural ambassadors.
Yes, yes.
So I'm very happy that I'm working for 60 countries.
Yes, yes. And while I was chatting to you, I always feel inspired and motivated. So my next question, that you motivate people and you never consult any paper, whether it is just chanting slokas, anything, where you start and where you end. We sometimes find how you get those words. What is the mool mantra of your motivation? How do you motivate people with so many nice words?
See, I think it's very important to understand the definition of a leader. Leader is not the one who dictates his terms. The leader is one who takes his team along with him. It's very important, and I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my administration, my management, my faculty members, and last but not the least, my most lovable students who are my representative today in 145 countries, probably every state, every city, every production house, every channel, you'll find them there. Now, uh, the most important thing is that you should never lose your enthusiasm.
Right.
Enthusiasm is the key to success. And this is what I try to teach. And it's very important to motivate people, especially the youngsters, because they still have to get into the businesses. They still have to create some records for themselves. So it's very important to keep on doing things. Mm, आगे कदम आगे कदम आगे कदम मित्रों धरो बलिदान के पथ पर कदम पथबंद है पीछे अचल और पीठ पर धक्का प्रबल मत सोच कर ले फैसला ले बाहों में उत्साह भर जीवन समर के सैनिकों संभव असंभव को करो कण कण निमंत्रण दे रहा आगे कदम and that should be the spirit. We
Yes,
have to move forward.
yes. That is for us. And you definitely had failures in your life, because
Oh yeah.
without failures, one cannot be successful. So when you just encountered such failures, how did you get the inspiration? Where from you got inspiration to fight back?
Well, I'm so thankful to my father, who's been actually my real teacher, and he's always taught me to be patient. And I cannot forget these lines कि रात भर का है मेहमा अंधेरा और किसके रोके रुका है सवेरा. The light is bound to come. It's only a matter of time. It's a matter of patience. You have to keep on fighting to win the war. You just cannot withdraw. And if that is the spirit, you have to have a fighting spirit with the circumstances. And then you will, one good day, one good time, you will see the sunrise. So I think that we have to learn these things, and we have to not only speak, we have to adapt that into your own life, so that you can see what exactly what you're really looking for. You will be able to
Right.
reach to your goal.
Right. Actually, you also told earlier that what you believe, you propagate and preach that only. And what you
Exactly.
don't believe, you never propagate and never preach. That is the philosophy of your simple, I mean, well being.
Correct.
Yes. You, along with your team, are actively involved in promotion of economic and social development through various initiatives, thereby bringing in love, peace, and unity in the country and across the globe.
Yes, that's my
Yes.
motive today. after working for 40 years, 30 years in business. And today, my targets are that the whole world, through art and culture, should relate to each other. And this is the policy of the country is like that. We believe in that world is one family. We believe in that, and I think there is no harm in propagating these things. I have always been a part of government's every program, right, to start with clean India, green India, clean Ganga, clean Yamuna, save water, beti bachao, beti padhao, and you name it. Startup India, Stand Up India, Digital India. I'm involved with every program. And I feel more than satisfied when I feel that I, at least to some extent, I'm supporting my government. Government can be anyone. I'm not talking about that part, but we are there to support the government of India, because
Yes.
they are whatever they are thinking for the masses. They're thinking for the people of this country. So there's no harm in promoting those causes. That's on one side. Second, I'm absolutely connected to United Nations, and there are about 120 causes which United Nations has been talking about around the year. So you can well imagine I'm associated with at least out of them 60 causes. I'm there for every cause which United Nations is talking about, speaking about. And we are there, we support them, we promote those causes, we believe in promoting those causes through events, through publicity, through media coverages, so that large number of people must understand what United Nations is trying to do. It's basically trying to unite the whole world. It's trying to bring peace by satisfying you through different modes and means. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. I have a very strong organization myself, which is called World Peace Development and Research Foundation. And we are now in 196 countries. I have members from all over the world. We all are talking about peace. We all are involved in events round the clock and round the world. And the best part is, because my specialization is art and culture, so I have not taken from anywhere else, but use these words: love, peace, and unity through art and culture.
Yes. Thank you. And we have been talking very frankly. I have one question. I do not know whether you will oblige me by answering or not. That is, how do you interpret spirituality and religion?
वेल पंथ हैं निराले जिनकी मंजिल तो एक है. कोयल की कूक प्यारी, पपीहे की टे प्यारी, गा रही तराना बुलबुल राग मगर एक है. The fact is that religion is a way of life, and it is teaching you to be a good human being. And spirituality means to be a good human being. I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at, they are the different paths, ways, modes, means, methods to reach to a stage where you are called a good human being. Period. There's nothing over and above. There is only one religion on this earth, and that is called humanity.
Man.
Because if you look into the nutshell, the condensed part of any and every religion, whether it's Hindu, Islam, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Parsi, whatever you want to get into, Christianity, every religion is trying to make people a good human being. And if you look into, they're all same. Trust me, I believe in every religion because I believe in spirituality. And I have another organization which is called Confederation of World Religion. People from all the religion, all big saints, matlab Sant, Mahatma, Muni, Yogi, Peer, Pope, Baba, sub, everyone is a part of that organization, and we all have a same purpose, same word, that spirituality is the ultimate, is a destination for every religion. To be a good human being, that's all.
Right. So you can only interpret these things in such a lucid style. Thank you very much. And yes, your journey, your work is vast. Whether you agree or disagree, that's a different matter. But it has now become a case study in 27 countries. Am
Yes.
I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So let us know in details about that. Why
See,
people are researching on your journey?
See, number one, formation, the media and entertainment business is a tough business. That is point number one. Number two, bringing Film City to a place where there was no culture of cinema was a second very big factor when people realized that. I'm happy. Because the job of Bhagirathi was much easier because he had to brought water from the hills to the plains through a slope of Himalayas. So he managed it. But in my case, I had to bring the waters from a sea level of Mumbai to 1,000 feet height in Delhi. So it was a reverse gear which I had to play with. It was tough job. And third, running a film studio is the most toughest part in the total list of film business. I mean, to be a hero, to be a heroine, to be a director, then to be a side character actors. These are lucrative businesses in film industry. Running a film studio is the toughest job. Not many studios. When I opened the studio, when I opened the Film City, it was the fourth one. When I opened the studio, there were only 27 studios in 70 years or 60, 50 years in Mumbai, five studios in Madras, two studios in Calcutta. So people realize that a place which is a non-filmy with no culture around, a film city, then followed by a film school, then followed by a film production. So it was something like unbelievable, unheard by people. And a very important thing is that till that time, people had this notion that all these jobs actually belong to government of any country. A film city to be created by governments. A film school actually was handled by government in most of the countries all over the world. But then people that's how people thought that I'm either a crazy or a foolish or mad to start even a film school, because film courses are very expensive and I'm going to bear the loss, and for how long. Now all that I turned the table and I proved people that this is possible. So and my first major visit was of a MBA students of UCLA. UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, which is one of the finest universities of USA, one of the finest MBA 2 year. Probably the fees is more than 1.5 crore rupee for a resident student, and you are only allowed to enter into that school if you have a 5 years experience in business. And I had 32 students flying from LA to Noida Film City that year, and the project of those students that time was the media and entertainment industry of India and case study of Sandeep Marwa. That's how it all started, and then no looking back. After that, I'm happy. Even government of India realized that there were 27 countries who came, probably around about 60 or 70 delegates from all over the world who were with us and who had thousands of questions. You asked very limited questions from me today, but they asked hundreds of questions of different kind. Even I was surprised when these 32 students came from USCLA. They had such a big book on media and entertainment industry of India and on me. They knew anything and everything about us because they were so well prepared. They knew everything about India and us, and I'm very happy that. And after that, there was another American university, then there was another French university, then there's another Canadian university, and then these 27 countries who were again in India, and slowly and gradually they just made me a very important man, which I am not.
That is, you always accept everything with humility. Uh, Marwa Studio was established as the first film studio of Northern India. We have been discussing since long, and has now come a long way to become a pioneer in strengthening and propagating the significance of media and art across the globe. It's a statement. But how do you plan it for future?
Well, we're very happy. We've been conducting 10 international festivals from the grounds of Marwa Studios. They become very popular. We have touched millions of people through that also. I'm very happy that we've been able to establish a university, full university at
Yes,
Raipur in Chhattisgarh,
Raipur.
yeah, which is now on. Now it's the second year, and I'm very happy. I'm putting my best energy and best efforts to make it a very vibrant and very popular and an absolutely international seat of learning, like AFT in Noida. And I'm very also happy that we have taken many other glamorous a setup of education. Like, for example, we have added, now we have a school of mass communication and journalism, school of cinema, school of performing arts. We have added school of skill development. We have hospitality and tourism, school for photography and advertising, PR advertising. We have a school of fashion and design. So likewise, we are trying to touch all the glamour part of the business, glamour part of the life, so that we can train people into this beautiful industries, and they can grow to any height.
Right. Thank you very much. And maybe my last question. What is your advice to the future change makers of India? We listen whistleblowers, but I mentioned change makers. So, what is your advice to the change makers? My one question. Another question. What is your advice to the professional in entertainment and media?
See, probably this statement will go to each and every one, right from a guy who's a learning and one who's already running the show. I have a mantra to provide to everyone, and this mantra is called A to G. It's a to G mantra: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When I say A means you have to be ambitious. But if you want to be ambitious, then you have to have a very nice attitude. You should be down to earth, polite, simple to live, and high thinking. And high thinking. I mean, you have to be very ambitious, but A for attitude, uh, humble. You have to be down to earth. When I say B means believe in yourself and
Yes.
believe in the policies of people. Believe in people, trust people. Very important. If you cannot trust people, you cannot grow. And so develop that kind of a belief in you, and I'm sure you will be much better, bigger, smarter. When I say C means commitment. Raghupati Preet Sada Chali Ai, Pran Jaye Par Vachan Na Jaye. You have to be stick to what you say, what you believe, and prove it that what you said, I'm completing it. So C stands for commitment, and C also stands for communication. Very important to what you're talking, how you're talking. बोली एक अनमोल है जो कोई बोले जान हिये तराजू तौल के तब मुख बाहर आन ऐसी बानी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए और उनको शीतल करे और खुद भी शीतल होए. You have to be very
Wow.
appropriate in your words. What are you talking? It can hurt. They are much sharper than even a knife. So
Yes.
your words, you have to calculate it. It's very important. So commitment and communication. It's the age of communication, and you should know how to write, how to speak, and how to read. Very important. Then the next is D. D stands for dedication. Very important. You have to be whatever business you are in or a job you are in. You have to be punctual, regular, sincere, dedicated. I mean, you don't have to need a poster to tell people that I'm a very dedicated man. If these four things, punctuality, regularity, sincerity, if you are doing it, it's enough to prove to the people that you're a dedicated guy for this company or for your own business. But D also stands for development. Always have a policy of development, that you have to improve. I should be better than what I was yesterday. One day difference. And you have to bring in some kind of a change within you.
Change. Right.
Yes. And that's how you grow, your organization grow. Bring that change in yourself. So A, B, C, D, and E stands for enthusiasm. Never lose your enthusiasm. Nobody is hitting you to join a particular job or a business or you started yourself. You are entering into a manufacturer's club or a business club or whatever business you are trying to get into. So if you have already gone it, give your best. Give your best. Never lose your enthusiasm. Don't show your a sense of lethargy into the whole system, and see how you grow. You will grow, organization will grow.
Yes.
And that enthusiasm is very important. And the next one is F, focus. You have to be focused. कि आपने देख लिया एक दफा तीर चला रहे हैं और आपने पक्षी की आंख देखी है, that should be your hitting point. That should be your hitting point, not even the whole bird, the eye of the bird. So be focused. If you've decided to be in one business or in one program or one job, put your best, give your best, focused on it, concentrate, develop some new ideas, give ideas to people, learn from them, be a good learner also. And last but not the least is goal. G for goal. That have goal in life. What you want to be, what you want to do at the end of the day. Are you a people's man? Are you really want to serve the society or not? Would you like to serve your family or not? Or are you only a self-centered man? So people who are very self-centered, they don't grow much. But people who think for masses, people who think for family, people who think for rest of the world, they grow with the people. And that should be the policy if you really want to do well in life. And I think probably, I don't know, maybe if I'm not talking too much, this do apply to youngsters, and this do apply to the chairman of a and managing director of a multinational company.
Right. And that is why Sandeep Marwa is here. He has given a fantastic motivational speech. This is not an interview. This is not celebration of 3 decades of Marwa studio. This is basically celebration of the life of people. And he saw us, the whole humanity, in a different manner. And today we have chatted in that direction only. And with that, thank you very much to our esteemed guest, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, and who got so many awards. We never tried to discuss that area because it will take another a few hours to discuss. So we were scrolling some important awards during the show. So with that, thank you very much, sir, for coming here, and please continue to encourage us, inspire the young people, the professionals in our country and across the globe. And with that, signing off from Face to Face Soumyajit, and tune for next Wednesday, 7 p.m. once again with a new change maker of India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Soumyajit. So nice of you.